Don't you just love slogans? Save the planet, go green, or my personal favorite, no one will blame you for global warming except your children. Do these phrases bring on headaches, anxiety, and ineffectual guilt? Do you feel like you're not doing enough, or that no matter what you do, it will never be good enough? According to the most recent EPA for 2012, 54% of our municipal solid waste is discarded or thrown away. Let's break that down. 251 million tons of waste was created in the year 2012. 21 million tons was composted, and about 29 million tons was combusted for energy recovery. 65 million tons was recovered through recycling. That leaves 136 million tons discarded in our landfills and dumps across the United States in a single year. A little overwhelming, isn't it? Today, I'd like to relieve some of that anxiety and guilt by reminding us all of what our responsibility really is. Recycling is not about saving the planet. Our celestial Earth was never created to last forever. And no matter what we do, we will not be able to preserve it in this state forever, nor would we want to. Recycling, repurposing, reusing, and reducing our desire for consumer products is really about reclaiming our birthright as righteous stewards of a truly magnificent gift, our Earth. In chapter 2 of the book of Moses and the Pearl of Great Price, we are presented with a marvelous view of the creation of the world. Heavenly Father shows Moses the organization of the earth. He divides the light from the darkness. He separates the waters above from the waters beneath. He raises the land from the seas and seeds the water in the land with plants and animals of a spectacular variety. It must have been an amazing vision for Moses, and quite humbling too. God's most final and promising and beloved creation of all was man. In his great love for us, we, his children, were given dominion over this earth and all of his creations. So what does dominion mean? As members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we understand that there is opposition in all things, which means there is righteous dominion and unrighteous dominion. Unrighteous dominion usually includes things like force, selfishness, pride, fault-finding, irresponsibility, and the promotion of fear and hopelessness. Do you find any of these words characteristic of our world today when it comes to using our earthly resources, or even in convincing us to recycle? I don't know about you, but that is where I find a great deal of my anxiety when it comes to recycling. If you don't recycle everything, if you waste anything, you're not doing enough. Righteous dominion, on the other hand, includes actions and feelings of love, concern, care, moderation, and personal accountability. All attributes of our Heavenly Father. If we are created in His image, it is not just so we could look like Him. He also wants us to learn to be like Him. In the final verse of Moses chapter 2, Heavenly Father says, "And I, God, saw everything that I had made, and behold, all things which I had made were very good." It was all good. Everything was perfectly balanced. All His creations had a purpose and a calling. There was nothing bad. There was nothing He wished He hadn't made. There was nothing He wished He could throw away. With that perspective, what can we as individuals do to be responsible stewards of our bit of earth for the time we're here? In a statement made on the church's website about environmental stewardship, there is a beautiful basic outline for us to start with. Quote, "God has made us accountable for the care and preservation of the earth and the wise use of its resources. As stewards, we avoid complacency and excessive consumption, using only what is necessary. We make our homes, neighborhoods, and cities beautiful. We preserve resources and protect for future generations the spiritual and temporal blessings of nature." Unquote. Avoid complacency. First, we need to care. Find out about recycling programs in your area. Check for updates yearly. Manufacturers make it easy to identify different plastic using these symbols. Create an easy system in your home to separate recyclables. Teach your family. Make it fun. To avoid excessive consumption, remember the popular maxim during the Depression. Use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. It should still be a popular maxim. If possible, buy in bulk and reuse containers. A large part of waste is consumer packaging. When buying new things, remember quality and classic style will last. Avoid fads. One man's junk is another man's treasure. Find your local Deseret Industries or Goodwill. There are treasures there that just need a bit of imagination and care to be useful again. Children's clothing, especially baby clothing, is easy to share with others. Organic waste is the easiest of all. If you have a yard and like to garden, compost it. If you have a neighbor who composts, share with them. It enriches the soil and can be safer and cheaper than commercial chemical fertilizers. This final quote from the church's website about the environment gives each of us a place to start. Quote, learn, ponder, and pray about what you can do to be a better steward. Use the resources of the earth sparingly and reverently. Adopt lifestyles and personal habits that respect the creation. As you can, fix up and clean the places where you live, work, recreate, and worship. Make your own living space more beautiful and inspirational. Unquote. Our place in this world as responsible stewards is more solemn than those who believe they need to save the planet. It's more compelling than following a popular slogan. We are children of God, learning to be more like Him. He is the perfect conservator, recycler, and refinisher. Let's embrace our inheritance. Thank you.